Now we're going to make basic white lotion the way I have always made for myself, and also what we have always done in class. So I've done away with the scale, and we're going to use measuring spoons just to show you how easy it is to make basic white lotion and to work with Lanette wax. So I have pre-measured the water in here. This is 650 ml of distilled water and 100 ml of rose water, which is organic. So it makes total of 750 ml of water. In here, this container here, I have Lanette wax. Now for my measuring spoon, I use it's a 10 ml dessert spoon, a regular culinary dessert spoon. And how I measure is 4 heaping dessert spoons of Lanette wax. That has always been my measurement. Then I'm going to take fractionated coconut oil. So I'm making my plain old basic white lotion. And what I do here, I always say 4 spoons, but I always say overflowing spoons. So in class we always say, okay, they always have a joke about this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 for the pot. And that is my measurement for my basic white lotion. So now I'm going to put them in a double boiler and heat them, and we'll get back to you and show you the results. Now here are the exact same products, the water component and the oil wax. So this is the Lanette wax and the fractionated coconut oil, completely melted, and this is warmed up to the same degree. I haven't used any thermometers. Now I'm just going to pour the oil wax into the water, and then I'm going to stir. Now I'm not going to stir like this the whole time. I am going to leave it for a little while until it's cooled down, and then I'm going to use my handheld mixer. So I'm going to leave it for about 5-10 minutes, come back, stir it again, and just watch it so it doesn't clump. But if it does, doesn't really matter, because we're going to use our handheld blender. Now it's been about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and now I'm going to use my handheld blender and leave it again for another 10 minutes now, and then use my handheld blender again. The preservative that I use for my own personal products is the grapefruit seed extract, because I found that works beautiful. I've never had a problem with mold in 25 years of using it. So I'm going to use the grapefruit seed extract on my next, just after I do my next mixing. And now I'm going to do it one more time. Then I'm going to add a dollop, which is a large drop. Remember, this is for myself. It's a little different from when you make for commercial resale. So I'm adding a dollop of grapefruit seed extract into this. And now it's cool enough that I can pour into my container. Now I am going to pour it in a large container that I have already made, because I'm making a cleansing lotion out of this. I've already got my own container right here. So I'm going to pour directly in the bottle. And I'm just going to pour a little bit halfway. And then I'm going to add my essential oils, and I'm going to add 4 drops each of lavender and geranium. This is my lavender. So I'm going to do, there was probably 5 drops in there. And then I'm going to add some geranium. Now, I absolutely love geranium, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Geranium is very balancing on the skin, and when I was doing a lot of traveling and staying a lot in the north in Ontario, I did a lot of camping. And of course, in the summertime, you get black fly in May, and then you get mosquitoes after that. So the chances are, no matter how much anti-insect repellent you're going to put onto your skin, you are going to get bitten. And I found the antidote to that was if I added 1 drop of geranium directly on the bite, it took away the itch immediately. So whenever I traveled, so there is my cleansing lotion. I think we can just show you there. There's my cleansing lotion. So it's ready to go. So I always carried with me a bottle of mixed essential oils, which I knew would discourage anything from landing on me and biting me in the first place. And then I always carried a bottle of geranium to put on the bite if I had to get bitten. And it worked every time. Another time I used geranium a lot, I was going through a lot of stress. This is geranium again, in about 20 odd years ago. And I started breaking out itching all over my neck and on my front of my chest. And I found when I applied the geranium neat to the area, just a few drops, the itch went away. And I applied as often as I needed. Now, people will recommend that you don't apply them concentrated, but in this case I was desperate, but it worked. So geranium is one of my best friends. Balancing to the skin, good for oily, good for dry skin, good for irritated skin. So that's the Jan Benham method of making basic white lotion. So I'll give you the recipe again. It was 650 ml of distilled water, 100 ml of organic rose hydrosol, 4 heaped dessert spoons, here is our dessert spoon, of Lanette wax, and 4 overflowing spoons of fractionated coconut oil with 1 extra spoon for the pot. Mixed together after it's all been heated, of course. And then to preserve the product, we added 1 dollop of grapefruit seed extract. Once it's cool enough, and we've allowed this to cool enough that I can touch it, it's a little warm, but it's not too hot. I pour directly in the container, and the rest of this is going to go into another container, which I will use as is. So I have enough cleanser now for quite a time. And I can use this lotion for other purposes too, i.e. if I want to make a lotion to apply to anything, for example, if I've got, if I want to deal with any skin issues on my body and I want to apply some essential oils, then I can use this as my carrier in order to be able to put the essentials into to apply to my skin. So this can help people with varicose veins, arthritis or aches and pains. So if I've done a workout, for example, and I find that I've got a lot of aches and pains, I can make up a lotion with the essential oils that will help relieve the aches and pains. I even do a pre-exercise lotion as well. So this can be used for a lot of purposes. Meanwhile, I have my cleanser. I'm going to label it up and I'm going to be using it. So there you have it. The Jan Benham way of making a basic white lotion using no weighing scales.